What's going on, guys? Chase with IW Hockey, hanging out with Nick from Konixx Hockey.
What's up, Chase?
Not much, hanging out here at the rink in Santa Maria with your new Pulsar wheel.
Yeah.
Konixx has always been known for that pure wheel that really took over that elite level performance.
Yep.
We have another elite wheel, but at a much more affordable price today. So what's the goal behind Pulsar and who's it built for?
It's a great question. The Pulsar is built for your everyday player. Your guy that's playing in a Wednesday night league, your kid that's just getting started out, your high school league player, someone that's in the sport and wants a good performing wheel, but maybe not quite ready to drop that 12, 13 bucks a wheel at the high end that a lot of the tournament players are.
And so how were you able to achieve that high-end performance at that much more affordable price point, like I said? Well,
this is kind of a new range for us. We have been really high end, and then we've got a great kind of entry level wheel, but we haven't done a ton in that middle of the road area, and this is kind of a good place for us to start in that market. This Pulsar wheel was built from the ground up, so this wasn't taking an existing wheel and making some tweaks to it. From the core itself, which is our new K-Core hub that we built specifically for this single pour wheel. This formulation, this is our base 3 formula that goes onto this wheel. Usually you didn't get that until you spent 10, 12 bucks. And we've got within that some additives that help that urethane really bring out its traits that we wanted to for this use.
Well, let's break this down starting from the core here.
Yep.
Obviously aesthetically really cool looking.
Yeah, it is a good
But I'm
looking
sure
wheel.
there's some good performance benefits behind it. So what can you tell me about that?
Absolutely. So one of the things with a single pour wheel is without that dual pour inside of it causing all the great performance things that dual pour does. With the single pour wheel, you've got a hub and you've got the urethane you're riding on. And those are your two things that you've got to work with. So one of the ways that wheel doesn't feel like a flat tire is having some rigidity to it from the core. And then your softer wheel is what's grabbing the surface of the floor you're skating on. It's what's flattening out a little bit. It's what's gripping. So we kind of broke that down and we said, okay, we want a good solid core on there that's not going to be heavy. That's our K-Core.
Okay.
You can see those little cutout Ks that are in there.
Yep.
That's to take weight away. It's a good way to do it because it's got our little Konixx K on it. It looks cool, but it's also to alleviate some weight from it and still allow it to keep its rigidity. Beyond that, we go into formula, right? So this is our base 3 formula, which is, like I said, in our higher end wheels. We just brought it into single pour, and then we brought some additives into it to make sure that the traits that it does at dual pour would come out at single pour.
So what are a couple of those traits that we're going to find in this wheel?
So the one that I think brings out the most in a single pour wheel is the Infinitec additive that's in there. Single pour wheels tend to get little cracks and splits along the riding surface, and that's from the surface gripping on the wheel and the wheel kind of playing a little tug of war with the floor.
Gotcha.
Eventually you get cracks and things like that. So the Infinitec additive in there basically is a durability additive to that wheel and will cut down on that breakage and cuts and splits that you get after a while in a single pour.
So making sure it's going to last. I mean, you're spending
absolutely.
more than that entry level, price
Absolutely.
point, so you want to make sure that lasts.
And with our high-end wheels, our durability has been one of our staples. It's one of the things we're the most proud of, and it's the thing we strive to do with every new wheel we bring out is try to bring that same durability we have at that high end into this price point for this wheel.
And then just to round us out, what different sizes are available in your Pulsar wheel today?
So this is everything. This is 59, 68, down to those smallest kids, 72, 76, and 80. We're doing this in a single stiffness, so it's in a +0. Because it's a single pour, there's pretty much not a guy that's too big to use this wheel. The bigger you are, the more you should be looking at maybe a dual pour wheel for better performance. But with a single pour wheel like this, this is a catch-all for pretty much everyone.
And then hopefully you try this and it's a stepping stone, maybe into that Tachyon or that new Pure X.
Absolutely. We're trying to give guys the ability to kind of grow through the Konixx line.
Awesome. Well, Nick, thanks for coming out and filling us in. And then for you guys at home that want to check out more of these Konixx Pulsar wheels, make sure you go to inlinewarehouse.com.